Welcome back, everybody, to Beards and Brews. This week's episode is going to be Miami Connection. That's right, fellas. Doing another 80s movie.
Man, this fucking movie. And I'm going to go ahead and throw out the title here. Spoilers, everybody. We drank the Claw tonight, so we're going to call this Miami Claw Connection.
That's true, yeah.
This movie was directed, produced, starred in, everything by a gentleman by the name of Y.K. Kim.
But that doesn't explain why we all became basic bitches and relied on the Claw tonight.
Miami. Mohis Mahamigami. Say that Will Smith movie.
What?
Oh, good times. Well, this movie starts with like 70s porno intro music. This shit's like waka, 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 waka.
I'll be honest, I have no idea what happened in this movie. There's a whole lot of fight scenes. So I'm just going to let everybody else sort of go along and we'll see what happens.
See, that's what I was going to bring up. The plot of this movie is just cocaine, fellas. It's all about the cocaine.
Yep, we start out with like a scene where there's supposed to be a cocaine deal, I assume.
It's supposed to be about cocaine. But never once is cocaine really a thing in this movie. It's about Dragon Sound beating this other band and then that band being like, we're going to take back over this bar. You cocaine dealing ninjas need to help us, and the ninjas being like, nah, man, we ain't helping you.
So,
and then Jeff dies.
By the way,
Him.
Dragon Sound, if you haven't heard them, check them out on SoundCloud. They're amazing.
Friends forever.
by the way, everyone in this movie is a fucking ninja.
As you should be.
Yeah, so basically, this movie is rock band ninjas versus motorcycle ninjas, the movie. That's all it is. There's briefly something about cocaine and cocaine accessories, but that doesn't go anywhere, and some guy loses an arm over it.
Storm Shadow's there. That's all that matters. G.I. Joe.
You guys, where's my whiskey?
So we ran out of the Claw and went over to 12-year Glenfiddich, and let me tell you what, when you got a drinking game going and there's shirtless dudes involved, and you're drinking scotch, you get drunk quick as shit.
That,
There were a lot of shirtless dudes, a lot of towels.
We might have been playing along with the famous internet drinking game along with this movie, so we had to cut it down because we didn't want to die. So
I did.
Every Rip in Peace Chandler is now the Eric and Brady show. So
G.I. Joe.
every time there was a shirtless dude, you take a drink. Every time there's a shirtless dude and he has a towel, you take 2 drinks.
Lots of that. I mean, literally, lots of that. And,
Homoeroticism.
man, is it a good fucking time. This movie isn't good, but if you're drinking and you got buddies around and Monte Cristo sliders, you're fucking living.
And boy, do we have buddies. Let's hear it from the audience today. Yeah.
Motherfucker got a sign over there.
That's right. It says send nudes.
With 2 O's.
And they did those ramen noodles in that first scene with the cocaine. Ooh, they look good. I want to cook those up.
Yeah, so apparently there are a group of guys who just want to do some cocaine deals or whatever, you know, as you do in 1980s Miami.
And speak loudly of it.
Yeah, they're not shy about it. Like, hey, you got that cocaine?
Yeah,
I got it. Yeah, thanks, pal.
You got some over there too, right, Chandler?
You gotta make sure everybody knows what you're talking about, otherwise things could get confusing.
Excuse me, officer, do you have cocaine?
And then the kerfuffle of all kerfuffles decides to rain down upon these poor cocaine dealers as ninjas come down out of the darkness and decide to murder nearly half of them.
This dude has like a fucking katana, but the shit can't be sharp because he hits him twice. It's like a dull fucking stick.
He just slaps the guy. Just like give him like a little free little tap. Just like, go home, pal. You don't deserve
No,
this.
it was just a good whapping.
He gets kendo sticked for not being involved in the cocaine and cocaine industry.
By the way, I'm pretty sure that guy was the baritone for the Oak Ridge Boys.
This dude has like a fucking compound bow. Like apparently the ninja shop at Cabela.
Oh yeah, this is a good one. Oh yeah, it's my joke. Of course it's good.
Yeah, it is. I asked you to bruise over the fucking to carouse over the notes. Carouse?
None of those are
Caree Caroo.
To look. Caw over the notes.
Mystery
Taekwon, don't mess this up.
It's too late now.
The Taekwondo's and Taekwondo's of podcasts.
We're here. Arm chops.
But yeah, some guy gets his arm chopped off. Some guy gets just kicked into
off
an oblivion.
screen.
Yeah,
Yes, what
but
the
this
fuck?
does not amount to anything. Like, there's nothing there. There's no Miami connection between this scene and the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
No,
Come to
so-
think about it, what is the Miami connection?
I think it has to do with the fact that these guys are filming at a college out of season.
Wait, Central Florida, that's not even in Miami. I'm pretty sure that's in Orlando.
It is for when they want it to be.
All right.
Wait, this wasn't a gay porno?
Anything can be a gay porno if you pushed along that far.
I mean, you got straight
My
up
father!
shirtless dudes plus, hey, I got my pant button undone. Boys, hey, check it out, my father.
My dick was out.
So these guys steal the cocaine, which is packaged in what appears to be Korean noodles from Baltimore,
Yep.
and they take it back to the boss guy. And whenever they take it back to Storm Shadow, this only ninja wearing all white, he takes off his mask to reveal himself like it's some big fucking thing. Like, aha, look who it is. We don't know who the fuck he is. This is the first time we've seen him.
Yeah, I don't even think he has a name mentioned in the
He
entire movie.
doesn't.
He just unwraps his head like a burn victim. He's like, hey, everybody, this is me.
It's the guy in white.
This guy literally goes, "Where's the money?" And it's so fucking bad that you're like, you just stole $10,000 worth of cocaine and you're bitching about money.
Where's the money, Lebowski?
Yeah.
Where's the money?
Gotta give him the cash.
I'm gonna get
And you think that, hey, this is going to be the big MacGuffin of the movie. They're going to have like $250,000 or $1 million just hanging around. No! Never brought up again as if it did matter. Oh, wait. It doesn't matter.
The whole intro to the movie is unimportant other than to show that there's ninjas. And then we get the fucking band intro. We got these people playing this music. Friends for eternity, honesty, integrity, did it better, what the fuck ever, jump kick ninjas.
You leave Hall and Oates out of this.
Oates in particular.
Oates, just Oates is there.
Like, we're talking Honey Nut Oates. This guy.
You got some chick dancing on the screen like the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. And then we find out that one of the bad guys, this chick's brother is actually Bob Vila. But, he's Bob Vila.
But he's still walking around in his, like, military fatigues, like he's still seeing Charlie in the trees.
Yeah, Bob Vila is a violent youth, and he was taught to paint and wax by Mr. Miyagi or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says.
But
Fucking dragon sound.
we meet this band, but we don't know anybody in the band. It's like, hey, suddenly a band, and this is important.
I really don't think they properly introduce or give a backstory to any of these characters, especially Ravishing Rick Rude, who at this point we've been referring to as Oates.
Yep. For the record, Rick Rude and Oates, same guy. Same guy.
I mean, Rick Rude notes. I'd listen to that.
And then we find out that these 40-year-old fucking dudes are like in college.
That's the great thing about college girls. No matter how old you get.
Yeah, they stay the same age.
They are non-traditional students.
But it's so weird to see grown men acting like they're still 23 and hopping around and try to kung fu all over the place.
Not only that, but they're like playing their instruments so bad that the one dude literally has his pinky out. Because when in doubt, pinky out.
But like we're saying that playing instruments in the vaguest of terms, like in parentheses and everything, because they're trying. They're trying to look like they're playing these instruments.
Hey, he doesn't know how to play guitar, but man, he has played that one song on Rock Band a lot.
Just one thumb stroking it all fucking day.
That's what I'm talking about.
Flipping the beam, boys!
Oh.
So, there they are on college campus when all of a sudden, they're hanging out with their friends, which is like this lesbian version of Fred Flintstone. And then,
Frida.
yes, Frida Flintstone. All of a sudden, the bad guy shows up, and he's wearing all camo fatigues, but these white fucking Adidas.
It's a good look.
I mean, if I looked up style in the dictionary, this gentleman would definitely show up.
Yeah. Or, Google search one angry village person.
Just village person. He's just Y.
Fucking Y came down on his vacation and was like, yeah, I'll star in your film.
No. Poor guy. And in the middle of this college life, whatever, this brochure we're looking at.
Is this a frat? I'm just realizing this. Is this a fraternity?
This feels like a kung fu fraternity, which should be the actual title of the movie.
Yeah, instead of Kappa Phi, it's Dragon Sound.
Kappa Fu!
Yes, it's got something to do with a black belt.
They're, aside from this college life, they're just kind of screwing around. This guy's trying to just get some from this woman. And it turns out she's the sister of a dude who's in charge of the ninjas at the beginning of the movie.
A dude disguised as a dude dressed as another dude.
What do you mean, them people?
Which turns out to be Bob Vila in army fatigues.
This scene is so unnecessary. It's just to try to show Bob Vila in a negative light. This guy's a great guy. He's a great guy, and he's looking out for his sister because she's hanging out with his fucking degenerate ninja dudes, and all he's trying to do is sell cocaine.
So, headcanon, Miami Connection is a smear campaign for Bob Vila.
Smear campaign against fucking military Bob Vila.
Is this why Ace Hardware went out of business?
Wax on, wax off.
Ace is the place. Fuck you, Bob Vila. And as he's
We are
trying,
never getting sponsored.
so this guy's trying to smash Bob Vila's sister. Bob Vila's having none of it. And he kind of whoops up on the fella a little bit. There's more of them than there are of this guy. What? You can't do that to me.
There's more than there is this guy. Oh, so they convinced him. Well, actually, they don't do anything. Bob Vila just is like, bitch, whap, and fucking takes dude out with one shot. And she's like, no, don't do that. No, he wasn't ready.
But then his fellas show up. They're all black belts, as you see.
And Taekwondo. Make sure you always black belts in Taekwondo. This is a fucking plug. All right, if YK Kim has a dojo and he's fucking selling karate lessons, that's what this movie's about.
Not
it's
karate.
A fucking plug.
Taekwondo.
Sorry, Taekwondo.
See, that's funny because YK Kim is actually the only person in this movie who's a world-class martial artist.
Whoa.
And he is the owner of, I think, Martial Arts Magazine. Like, this guy...
So, this is a vanity project. This is the room for kung fu fucks.
Wait, you guys. YK Kim, YKK, is this the zipper guy?
No, I think you're thinking of Andrew WK. Party. Start a party.
I'm not fucking commenting on the zipper thing. I don't know. I don't know what that's about.
You guys ever seen a zipper? It's got YKK on it.
Yeah, they tried to whoop up on the guy, and...
They don't try, they do.
Yeah, they get the best of him a little bit. Then the YK clan shows up, and they just like, hey guys.
You say YKK, all right?
Hey, I did
That's one letter away from some bad shit.
That's okay. 2 out of 3 just ain't bad.
I like it. I like it now. Fuck it, leave it.
And he's like, listen, I'm not afraid of you. Later, fellas.
And by later, fellas, he means this guy literally opens his fucking mouth, and it's just an open mouth. That's it, an open mouth, and then it shuts, and then words begin to play. This movie is so overdubbed that it's painful in some spots. Like, this guy is, YKK Kim is clearly trying to, have his fun or whatever, but he sees that he's butchered his line and then he fixes it. But to the viewer, it's even worse than if he had butchered it.
It's kind of like that scene, if you've ever seen Liar Liar on just regular cable television, it's kind of like, I'm kicking my own butt.
I've had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
Oh, man.
That's what it is.
That's not going to be on the cast.
And then it cuts to why these guys are fighting to begin with. Apparently, Dragon Sound, this band that is painful to watch, too painful to listen to.
It's a good pain, though. Check out their SoundCloud.
All day, jicka, jicka, boo, whatever. So they're playing this music and it's so bad. But apparently Kelly Kapowski is there. And the reason that this is all happening to begin with is because SoundCloud is so good that they...
SoundCloud?
Dragon Jesus. The reason this is happening to begin with is because SoundCloud... God damn it!
Their SoundCloud is so fucking fire. 300 people come to see them every night in sold-out shows for no
Dragon
reason.
Sound. Yeah, Dragon Sound is so good that all these people keep filing in, and it's pushed out the former band, who were also somehow kung fu ninjas or something, led by, you know, fucking Joe Dirt.
Yeah.
Is that the plot? Because I'm just now figuring this out.
Yeah, the band ousted another band, and now that band wants to kick their ass, and they can't. They keep repeating that until they get the cocaine ninjas involved.
You know what? He's got a good point.
That's
it's
the movie.
It's the Kim Clan versus Joe and the Deertays.
Why wasn't
Joe and the Deer Taste.
Why wasn't this called
knock it up.
Cocaine Ninjas?
Cocaine ninjas?
That would have been so much better.
That's too much on the nose. Like all of their cocaine.
But we get to see these two fellas in this fight that looks like it was recorded at your nephew's bar mitzvah. It's so bad. He's like, you get out of here with the bullshit, and you're the bullshit. Now you're the bullshit. And the dude's literally slipping on the floor. You don't know why. But he fucking is.
Yeah, but he's screaming at the top of his lungs for no
And
reason.
slapping at him. It's so fucking
This
bad.
is bullshit. This is all bullshit. I just slipped in bullshit.
You're bullshit. We're bullshit.
Yeah, tough guy 1 versus tough guy 2.
Yeah.
See who's tough guy? Macho and macho.
Yeah. But it doesn't really add up to anything, and the scene just really ends.
Yeah.
Which
and
kind of happens a lot in this
Thankfully,
movie.
it happens a lot, and then it's followed by lazy exposition via narration from a voice who you can't tell who the fuck it is.
What does it say?
Beards and Brews rules!
Woo!
Yeah, thanks, fans.
Got that audience
We
participation.
got 2 motherfuckers out here with signs for us. Where y'all at? Hit that like and subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe for a weekly podcast where we kind of get smashed and have a good time.
Smash that bell button and
Smash that bell button.
fucking comment, man.
So we get another shot of ninja training, and ladies and gentlemen, we were doing a drinking game where if they roll like an armadillo, we drink. And let me just say, I'm not sober whatsoever.
Nope.
This is,
Nope.
I mean, hashtag I ain't thirsty.
I ain't there. My mouth feels dry. And in the words of what's his face, if your mouth is dry, you know you feel high. I can't think of his name. George Thorogood. There it is.
There
I think
you
I
go.
butchered it, but you know.
George
whatever.
Thorogood.
Yeah,
He drinks alone.
he does,
With
but nobody else.
One scotch, one bourbon,
Yeah.
one beer.
They saw me leaning against a telephone pole. She said, I saw you leaning against that telephone. I was walking all day. I was tired.
Note to self: cut all this. Cut the whole cast.
We're treated, literally treated to Ninja Snake Eyes walking out with, fucking Bob Vila. And their mouths are not moving, but there is audio. The conversation is happening. Neither guy is talking. These fuckers have hit ninja level 4.
Or they-
Veganism.
I mean, at this point, it's either A, YK Kim was like, oh, I totally forgot to explain stuff in this movie, or B, these ninjas have achieved telepathy.
And thank God, because otherwise I would have no idea what was going on. So good on them.
Milk and eggs, bitches.
References.
So we're treated to, right after that, another big scene of them playing music. And it's another song, not the Honesty Integrity, but something else. I don't remember the words. I think I was drinking and eating like
Oh,
some
something
sort of-
the ninja.
something ninja. Yeah, like not Enter the Ninja, because I'm sure that's copyrighted. But it was something. And let me just say,
Are we ever going to review these?
yeah, let's go ahead and do it now. The Claw.
All right. This is the...
This is the all-American White Claw hard cider.
Or as Eric put it, Clawcasian.
Yes, the
This is
drink a la Caucasian.
This is the rage of America right now. We've got the ruby grapefruit. We've got the cranberry. We've got... No.
Nope, it's ruby grapefruit, lime, black cherry, and what's that other one?
Raspberry, evidently.
Just gotta blow a raspberry, fellas.
And I don't think I enjoyed any of them to the
Nope.
point that where I would want to drink them on a
Nope, they
regular
weren't
basis.
good. Now, I'm a guy that likes grapefruit. Grapefruit's probably my favorite food. I like the bitter. Favorite fruit. But the ruby grapefruit, not good. It tastes like cheap rubber.
I tried the raspberry and the lime, and it's just okay. I didn't have to take it out on any drywall, but it was just fine.
I had 3 of the flavors, all of which I could say were not pleasant. I don't like soda very much, and so I'm drinking, and it takes quite a bit of this to get to a happy state. and I ended up burping like a ton. And then we switched over to the whiskey, and by God, I tell you what,
Scotch?
sorry, yes, the Scotch whiskey, and
Glenfiddich, 12-year single malt.
12-year single malt, and it tastes like you're licking the underside of a tree. But
That's what I'm into.
Hey, let me tell you what. It got me where I'm going.
Wait, the underside, like the roots?
No, like imagine if you will, put yourself in this
All right.
scenario.
Several
There has
broccoli's.
been a fallen tree that has been deteriorating in the woods for several years. It has gathered moss. You roll it over to look for worms. That piece that has been exposed to the ground is still wet and moist. You lick that. That, my friends, is Glenfiddich.
That's my fetish.
Man, Chandler straight up got lusty for a tree. I don't like this.
Oh, but back to the movie, ladies and gentlemen, because, I mean, consensus, White Claw, it's gross.
It's all right.
It's gross. He's lying.
I do lie a lot.
It's a drink.
That's a fact.
The band scenes are fucking painful. They're painful.
I mean, it's weird to see a band doing well playing stock music.
Yeah. Like, they show the audience. The audience is fucking loving life. Like, loving life. And then it goes back to the audience, or not the audience, I'm sorry. It goes back to the band. And you'll see, like, YK Kim, one thumb stroking the guitar. And he's got it over his head, and he'll stop playing, but it's still playing.
Shenanigans. Call shenanigans on all
Yeah.
these musicians.
Maybe he's just really good.
So they close out the band scene, they walk out their cars, they get in it, and then we get a car follow scene because, by God, Bob Vila ain't done with them yet. And then we get a very Warriors-esque type scene.
Where you got like 30 shirtless dudes hanging out with their broomsticks.
We had to drink a lot during this scene.
Fucking so much.
So many shirtless dudes, so many ninja rolls.
We had to drink so much, they ran out of props for this scene. You got dudes with baseball bats, and suddenly you got dudes with, like, sticks? Like, what?
We got mop handles.
Shit is like, these dudes were like, what can we find on the way out? Dudes like, get your plunger, bro.
Yeah, they totally raided the custodial cabinet before they start filming this thing.
I think one guy just had a bottle of Clorox.
And
That man was thirsty.
so there's a showdown, and I don't know if it's product placement or if YK Kim is really proud of his Cadillac. But he's like, you're going to get out of that Cadillac, and you're going to fight me, Mr. Man. Let me tell you
Mr.
what.
Man.
And there's working class Joe guy who pours beer on these fellas, and then they get out, and there's a heck of romp.
Yeah, another kerfuffle.
Kerfuffle.
As they just jump out of the car and just like whack each other.
You get treated to some very cliche fight scenes of, here is the star or, the good guy, whoever it is.
Wait, there's a good guy?
Yeah, the protagonists, as opposed to the antagonists. And this guy's standing there, and there's 6 dudes around him. Yet they fight him one at a time, out of respect for this man's skills and or lack thereof.
I can dig it.
That is the Miami way.
Can you dig it? Not
Yes, you
Warriors. So, there's like this tall dude that looks like Michael Phelps, and his superpower is that he's got like super long legs.
No,
and he
I'm
kicks
actually
people.
pretty sure that is Michael Phelps.
And his superpower is he's Michael Phelps.
I mean, what
Yeah.
was he doing in 1988?
This movie, apparently, he kicks people from a mile away because he's got really long legs, but he doesn't really extend. Y'all need to watch this because I can't even describe how bad these fucking kicks look.
I mean, he's just so lanky. He just looks like a straight up spider monkey coming at him.
And then you got like this dude that's dressed like Brian Johnson from AC/DC chasing YK Kim with a fucking chain.
Eventually, we're gonna have to get to Bon Scott, right?
I mean, maybe that explains the broomsticks. You got your dirty deeds, you just gotta get them done dirt cheap.
Yeah. So there's a literal fucking 5-minute fight scene of these people fighting in the streets. No cops show up.
Literal fuck it.
And then it hard cuts to them pulling into their house like nothing fucking happened. Regular Tuesday night.
Yeah, just, they just beat the shit out of each other every fucking weekday, then just chill at their house later on. But not just chill, I'm talking about like dude chill. Shirts off, pants unbuttoned, towels over the shoulder.
Wow.
Just a bunch
you
of
read
guys
your
being
mail.
dudes.
Just a bunch of guys being dudes.
I don't know about you guys, but if you ever lived in a communal home, that's all you do is run around half naked and answer your fucking letters. Like, oh, what'd you get today? Ah, it's a letter from my father.
Dick out.
My dick was out.
This dude is going for the fucking Oscar. All right?
I mean, he was trying his darndest to work through his monologue while everybody stood still like a mannequin 5 feet behind him.
Absolutely still.
There is a fucking dude in this scene who is trying so hard not to laugh. He has his face down. You can see the grimace, and his fists are clenched beyond like white knuckle.
Yeah, his knuckles are as white as the claws we had for this movie.
Bingo.
Was his name.
B-I-N-G. And this dude goes, my mother was whatever. My father was Black American. And what? It makes no fucking sense because we get to see you, guy. You don't need to narrate this. Like, it's not like we're reading a book.
He's just trying to get his point across. He grew up without a family, and his dad tried his gosh darndest just to bring him up the right way.
And then again, we get another hard cut of these guys at the beach. Tits, ass, and then a view of a child. It's the weirdest fucking shit. Okay, you're gonna see tits, ass, and then maybe some like cosplay stuff. Well, that's the tits and ass. So then tits, ass, cosplay. Then maybe some
Hashtag tall asses.
tall asses, yes.
I don't know about
1980s.
tall, long, man. The long ass.
Long bottoms.
Long bottom girls, you make the rockin' world go round.
Oh, Neville.
There's like a bit where like this chick has her like tits out and the dude's like, oh, you know, oh, glasses down.
What is it like Jerry Lee or
Yeah,
Jerry
like,
Lewis? Wow!
It's so fucking bad.
His eyes bulge out.
You guys, I have a confession. I don't know the difference between Jerry Lewis and Jerry Lee Lewis. Which is which?
One word, incest. Next.
Shit.
Pass. Then we get treated to a scene of ravaging Rick Rude, like pushing up his bicep muscle to show that he's like buff or something.
Yeah, and he does a little dance in the back of the convertible,
Like a
too.
quick
like-
shimmy, like
Yeah. I mean, he tries to show off for the ladies. What really sells it is what he says. He's like, over here.
over here. But he says it with his mouth wide open. It's clearly overdubbed. And the shimmy he does looks like the thing you would picture a 3-year-old doing who's like got a hung turd. He's like, and just shaking a turd loose.
Was
He's-
that the truffle shuffle?
Yes.
He's just a little
Truffle
chilly.
shuffle.
Yeah.
Good call. So he truffle shuffles a turd out. And then, you know, he's over there like, Barry, and this is supposed to be, I guess, the sleazy character, and he's like, hey ladies, what do you think about this? And they say,
He's got a list.
get out of here. And he's like, nuh-uh. And then one of them slaps him, calls him a pervert. He falls down on this other chick, and he goes, you're an asshole. Like a deaf person.
Oh yeah, they both sound like they had speech impediments for whatever.
No, I'm pretty sure they were just Australian imports.
All of a sudden, right after the beach scene, for no fucking reason, we cut to a gym scene of this other group. There's like the good guys, the bad guys, and the bad guys have crop tops.
And I just want to point out, that's a running theme. No, not the plot, but everything is for no fucking reason.
No fucking reason,
It
just
was the
hard
80s.
cuts.
That's how it was.
Just back and forth of the good guys doing something, the bad guys doing something. The good guys doing something, the bad guys doing something. Fight scene.
And yeah, occasionally they kind of meet up, kerfuffle again.
So we're treated to like this gym scene to where they're just, bro, let's be bros, bro. What do you think, dude, bro?
Yeah, they're just like they're guys being dudes. They're not even reciting any lines. The Leia or the sister or whatever comes up, like, hey, have you seen my brother? They're like, he's we're just dudes, say it's over there or something.
It's just, you know, whatever, you know? And then Chandler pointed out the one guy has like a Playboy bunny tattoo drawn on.
Yeah, it's just drawn on. That's definitely a Sharpie or whatever the 80s version is.
And then you got like this big Van Vader looking motherfucker just sitting in the background. He's not doing anything. He looks like an extra. Yeah, Vader, time. Just an extra from Roadhouse that needed work.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Roadhouse.
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 This whole scene is completely
That's a good one.
unnecessary. And then it shows the brother sister talking, and it's like playful. it's like playful. She's like, you beat up my boyfriend, man. He's like, I sure did.
Yeah, this relationship makes zero sense. It's like, haha, you're such a murderer. Eh.
You're so terrible.
Yeah.
This is like the stepbrother, stepsister category on Pornhub.
Every scene is like, oh, this is a porno.
Like, this movie had the sex cut out of it and is worse for it.
Yeah, this is just like a gay porno with just the plot of a gay porno.
What are you doing there? Pushing up my muscles and, not fucking you. Dude, there's a fucking scene where they're doing Taekwondo and the scene ends with the dude's fist in another dude's mouth.
Yes. There's a dude tasted another dude in this movie.
He is like, and there's a fist in his mouth.
dun.
Looking at the home improvement. It's just like the scene in
White Devil.
When Nature Calls, yeah, and he like tries to punch him. The fucking other fella bites him on the knuckle, and he's like, ah! But except for in biting him, he's like, oh, ooh, this is kind of sensual. It's uncomfortable.
Taekwondo, do me, Brandon.
Oh, God.
Ooh, why's his name Brandon? Where'd you pull Brandon from?
Alpha is such like a bro name. Like,
Yeah, I was like,
That's
is this a life experience coming to surface? First rule of Fight Club: we don't talk about Fight Club. Second rule of Fight Club: do me, Brandon.
Not that there's anything
no.
wrong with that.
But then there's like a knife scene where the dude's like, get out of here, Steven Seagal,
Yeah.
knife scene.
There's just a couple dudes being dudes with their spar and with their black belt ship. I don't know.
Yeah, and they do like Metal Gear Solid 5 takedowns. The shit is ridiculous.
I mean, it's like slow motion, but instead of using slow motion, it's just like, hi-ya.
Yeah, there is no actual slow-mo. The guys are just waiting to get hit, and you watch them wait to get hit. It's like a 2-second scene of them standing there like, and your cue, man, do it.
Yeah.
And then he kicks it.
You can totally tell that none of these guys actually wanted to take a hit.
No one wants to take a bump whatsoever.
I mean, for $50 a day, I probably wouldn't either, so.
Some of the worst choreography I've seen in a film.
But there's a little gem in here, not necessarily a good thing, but there's actually a bit of a story arc here. The move.
Wait, what the fuck?
The last move that he shows off actually pays off later on.
The little knife thing?
Yeah, he takes the little knife and he uses it against the opponent.
Yeah, way later in the film, which is a very good call, Eric. The man does, in fact, defeat the man. Ooh, spoilers! He defeats Storm Shadow with
aren't
it.
we already like an hour into the movie now?
I don't know. I'm writing on pieces of paper and cardboard because I ran out of room.
I'd like to point out we're an hour into this movie and nothing's fucking happened.
Not a goddamn thing. I tell you what, I did have fun drinking to it, though. I tell you that.
It's very true. And a man tasted another man. That's where we're at.
Oh, and he also grabs people by the face or by the nose with their toes. Like he's like, Kia, grabbed your nose.
Ooh, I got your nose.
With my foot.
Smell my feet.
Smell it. Now take it. And then
That's also my fetish.
This one dude who's like one of the Dragon Sound guys, he's in there a bunch, but he never does anything. He's never in any of the fucking fightings. Never in any of the
Because
fucking
he's
fightings.
just the guitarist for Dragon Sound.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
I mean, he's like, dude, y'all want to go kung fu? Go kung fu. I'll be at home.
He's the one legitimate musician in this entire movie.
And he keeps showing up, and whenever he does, he talks very extremely proper. And when he says things, he says, sir, I would really appreciate that, my name is Michael Caine.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I was taking it there.
Michael
I was
Caine.
taking it there.
My cocaine.
My cocaine, which is what this movie is supposed to be about.
Master Wayne, I appreciate seeing you and Miss Catwoman.
Master cocaine.
Master.
shit.
Oh shit! I'm in Jaws 3. Or whichever.
Jaws
goes.
4.
Jaws the Revenge.
Jaws too many.
Jaws too many.
That's good.
Chandler
I like that.
earned it.
But there's like the suggestion of movement during this movie, but nothing happens. Like the bad guys show up at that eatery, and then they're done, and they just 86 the joint, so they don't pay their bill. And the guy running the joint, who also knows kung fu,
Thank God.
as you do, whips ass. He beats the shit out of everybody, including the fucking cockmongler.
The cockmongler. But the fucking main guy in this movie is this dusty ass old gray alien looking motherfucker.
He's what they were hiding at Area 51.
Like, when you think about clapping cheeks at Area 51, this is the dude.
Is it?
Yeah, that's him. That's fucking, what's his name, that movie? You know what I'm talking about. With the Area 51 film. With the fucking Simon Pegg. Paul. There it is.
Nope. Don't know anything about that.
Look, if you guys have been drinking and you had a conversation, you know exactly what the fuck I'm saying.
Basically, his acting is as flat as his face.
Oh. It looks like someone put a fucking skillet on his shit when he was a baby.
He's just mooshing it up against some glass.
Just on his shit. He's like Little Nicky plus Shovel.
He's like 2D. You know?
He's PS1 Kim.
Is this Paper Mario?
Damn.
We're just roasting this dude.
This dude's gonna come and whoop the fuck out of all of us.
He's a black belt in Taekwondo, guys. Did you know that?
But if I attack him with PVC, what's he gonna do?
Oh God, Home Depot, no.
Bob Vila, where you at, bro? You got my back? But then we're treated to a scene of them fighting at a fucking train station. Now,
wait, which fight is this?
This is the train yard.
All right.
And at the train yard, the bros are just hanging out with their shirts off, twirling sticks and fucking whittling.
What do you do at the train yard?
You gotta impress the boys with your skills or else.
Yeah, because he's like sharpening the stick and then everyone's looking at him and then they look at the stick again and he gets a nod of approval. So whatever he's doing with that stick and that whittling, he's doing it right.
I want you guys to know, I fucking love whittling.
So that was Miami Connection.
But this fight scene is so over the top. There's so much missing, so much nonsense, so much fucking crazy.
It's so good. I mean, you could tell that YK Kim saw this opportunity to shoot a scene here only because he was allowed to.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why it's in the movie.
That's it.
Oh, I didn't get a response from the train yard? That means it's okay.
Yeah, he just does it.
They're not suing me. Whatever. Shirtless whittling, let's do it.
And he like kicks Chunk's ass. Chunk comes back. Guy runs on train.
Sir, you cannot pass up the Joe Dirt dancing-ish scene.
Oh, that's true.
He comes out and he does that classic thing that you would picture a redneck doing to make fun of a martial arts instructor.
We have been welcomed to the jungle here.
Yeah, Axl Rose is over there like cha-cha-cha, slapping his leg, you know, acting like he's doing river dance. He's going over the top and then he gets punched in the face. It's almost Indiana Jones-ish.
Yeah, and he falls over like a wet pancake, or if you will, a limp biscuit.
Breathe in, breathe out.
Hands on our hands down.
Y'all having fun?
Hey, Fred Durst, your movies are shit.
And then we cut to some stock footage of like Sturgis.
It's gotta be something. There's like leather bras, leather titties, leather people, and there's like a noose. I don't know. There's all kinds of crazy shit.
Dude, there was literally like, you can tell that YK Kim was like, let's go to this Sturgis shit and film. And the guys walked on there and started getting filmed. The bikers saw the opportunity to interject themselves into this film and they fucking jumped on it.
Yeah.
Let's show me some titties. I got some titties. Let's show them.
None of this shit needs to be in the film, but it's happening. Like, one of the biker chicks throws a noose around this fucking, you know, country fed looking motherfucker and starts leading him off. And you see him look at the camera and shrug like, I don't know what I should do, because he's surrounded by fucking real bikers.
Yeah, I guess this is my character now.
It's whatever, you know, you get to see all these women flop out their tits. And, you know, they're twice divorced, 3 kids. The kind of tits you want to see. Yay!
Flop used in its purest of terms.
Dude, for real, they take off the bra and the thing's just like...
I remember the scene and I was just like, I guess.
Yeah, like, it's one of the few times I've seen a tit in my life and I've been like, whatever.
Points for trying.
Thanks, I suppose. You know, funny story unrelated to the podcast. I was walking down the street one time. This lady was like, hey, do you know where, you know, X place is? And I said, yeah, I know where that place is. Here's the directions. She said, thank you. She's a bigger lady. She shows me her breasts. And I went, ugh. And she got pissed. It was like, fuck you! And honked the horn, flipped me off, and drove away.
I'm never showing my titty to you ever again.
I'm never giving directions again.
Yeah. That was you, Chandler? I'm sorry.
Oh, God, can you tell by like, just the chest fuzz?
Well, I can now. Sweet tits. Oh, and then it cuts to them fucking writing in the journals.
Yeah, half these guys are out just trying to smash, and half the guys are just hanging out, just writing in their fucking dream journals.
It never explains why or what they're writing in their journals. But suddenly, YK Kim walks in, and God bless the guy. I mean, seriously, I'm not trying to sound as rude as this sounds. He begins to speak very important dialogue to the scene. You cannot understand a fucking word he is saying. And if you were to turn on closed captionings, even the closed captionings would say gibberish.
I mean, at this point, I don't know. Like, nothing is happening in the movie. There's no character development.
I
They're
honestly have no idea where we are right now. There's just fight. I don't know what's going on.
No, there's.
I expect another fight.
There's a ton.
Soon.
There's a ton of fights, but there's a lot of just shit in the middle. Just bros being bros.
And someone got a letter from his father.
Yeah, it hard cuts to the morning, and they're all just chilling, once more shirtless with towels.
Of course.
And YK Kim takes it upon himself to nurture these young fellas by feeding them
Force feeding.
grapes like a bird to younger birds.
None of these fucking guys want him to feed them a grape. And they retreat from him as he forces the grape on them. And they're like, God damn it.
Like, dude, I don't want a grape, but you're paying me money, so I guess.
Like, for $50 a day, I didn't expect to be graped.
Oh. So these guys are just suddenly at the max from Bayside High. And they make sure to let you know that they are at, in fact, Bayside with these fucking banners.
Yeah, you got Screech over there with his signature dildos and everything.
Yeah, he's got his dick out and he's like, I hated my fucking cast. Right,
Can we get back to Kelly Kapowski? Because she's the only interesting part.
All these dudes go into the max, except for Oates. Oates is busy wrapping up whatever he's doing, and he gets kidnapped. When he gets kidnapped, the man is wearing a shirt. This was pointed out. I missed it. Pointed out by one of our viewers at home, and by at home, I mean in the room with us. Basil. There's a little shout out for you. So, all of a sudden, he's kidnapped, and then when we see him again, he's got no shirt? Like, they fucking stripped him to beat his ass, and he's got like these 3 slashes on him?
What do you do when you kidnap someone?
Apparently put a pepperoni on his face, 'cause they try to put a bruise by some makeup, but it's just like a clean fucking circle on the left side.
Dude, this movie, with buddies, is so worth a fucking watch.
Yeah, like trying to watch this by yourself as just regular evening entertainment.
Don't watch it alone and sober.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to watch Joe Dirt kidnap fucking Hall or Oates from Hall and Oates with his Hemi, then you're there.
But this scene, once more, does not amount to anything. This gentleman is kidnapped, beat to shit, pepperoni on his face, crucified, just oating it up. But then he's just back with the gang, as if nothing happened, as if this scene didn't matter.
And then we're treated to another battle scene.
Really, most of these scenes don't matter. You get the first one, you get the last one, that's pretty much the movie.
This one's kind of like at like a radio tower or something. It seems like
no idea.
It's like they found a dump, and we're like, we can't just film here at the dump. It's dumpy. So they find like this electrical pylon just in the middle of nowhere, and like, this is good. Yeah, somebody could probably die off of this thing. So we're going to kill this guy.
Let's make it happen.
Yeah.
There's like some stealth scenes where they pull this guy off a cliff with his leg next to another guy who's clearly watching this happen and is like, oh, I'm surprised. It's fucking ridiculous. And they have weapons.
One dude actually has a gun in this scene, and he never uses it.
No, you never see him again.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't use guns.
The dude with the gun is fucking gone once the shit goes down. He's the only one with some sense.
I feel like the movie realized he's so OP. Yeah. He's like, well, he's there. He could definitely shoot those guys.
We gotta nerf the scene.
And they're like, okay, guys, he's just not there.
Dude, no shit. The fake, my father character, the keyboardist, he has a piece of PVC pipe. That's his weapon. What's he gonna do against the dude with the gun?
I mean, for $1.50, why not?
But, I mean, he could probably outduel the guy with a broom handle. We'll see. We'll see.
Stay tuned, folks.
Nimbus.
But stuff happens, and then all of a sudden, Bob Vila is having a showdown with YK Kim, who is waving a sword like Bai Ling does in Samurai Cop 2.
Did he also get that sword from Ace Hardware?
Ace is the place for the friendly hardware. Fuck you. I don't know.
But they have a fight used in the loosest of terms, because they
wave things at one another.
they flail around like two nerds with a lightsaber at a con or something like that.
I guess so. I've got the power of God and anime on my side.
And he just basically just trips over himself and falls elegantly through the air in slow motion.
Ooh-ah, ooh-ah, ooh-ah. You lose.
He just splatters himself on the ground.
So the brother of Kelly Kapowski is now dead.
So yeah, Brother Kapowski is no more.
Brother Kapowski, I dig it. And it hard cuts yet again to them just waking up in the morning like no big fucking deal. And Kelly Kapowski is there knowing that her brother is now dead. Zero grief.
He
Zero.
had it coming.
Yeah. Then again, we get them driving in this Cadillac. And there's like, what, about 12 motorcycles coming directly at them?
Are we only to that point?
No, this is the end. We're wrapping.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be surprised how much nothing is in this movie.
There's a lot of
until
nothing.
you've watched this movie.
I mean, it's not nothing. It's a lot of the same fight scenes.
Friends for eternity, honesty, integrity. I'm on a motorcycle ninja.
Hey, that's my favorite band.
So there they are, and literally as these ninjas pull up on top of the Cadillac, they go, "Oh no, ninjas!"
Yeah, like 24 ninjas on. Well, they don't look like ninjas, but ninjas on motorcycles.
What does a ninja look like exactly?
I think we're getting into derogatory terms here, folks. We need to be careful because there could be a ninja that is
Listen.
not wearing that exact garment, and we're screwed.
You mean wearing white?
Whoa, that's Storm Shadow.
A ninja's outfit
one
is
in this
extremely recognizable, so I'll have none of that.
So they get pulled over, and then they decide to jump off this bridge into a creek and have a showdown. This showdown escalates quickly.
Not only does it escalate quickly, it results in multiple half-assed murders.
Yeah.
If it results in a murder, is it really half-assed?
Yeah.
It kinda
even
is.
if you half-ass it, the result's still the same, right?
I mean, if I like swiped at a guy with a sword and never touched the fella, and he just died of just being bored, it's kind of half-assed.
What'd you kill him with? Neglect.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever works.
Unfortunately, Jim, the keyboardist, my father, gets murdered.
I mean, this is right after, hey, we're gonna meet your father. Everything's gonna be good. We're gonna buy you a nice flashy suit. We're gonna have
5 men dress this guy.
Yeah. Oh, they had to. He was naked and shirtless, so
Only in a towel. We had to drink for that, folks.
pants unbuttoned.
I feel like they didn't know that he could, like, put on pants or a shirt by himself. What did they think he was doing all these years?
It's a wreck.
I mean, at this point, he was probably just a head case. Who knows?
Is that why he's playing keyboard?
No respect for the piano man.
So they slash him. He screams forever.
And the microphone smells like a beer.
This movie is tallied at 84 minutes. His scream was 84 minutes.
Dude, whenever they cut him and he's like, "Ah!" Shit is going on in the background. It literally cuts away to show other ninjas fighting, people running around, and it's still in the background. "Ah!"
The entire Gulf War was fought during that scream.
So specific. And this guy not only screams for eternity, but he takes an eternity to just basically die.
He's laying
Basically died. But he's only mostly dead.
there, mostly dead.
And the guys in the movie do everything to kill him. Not only is he slashed from asshole to elbow, but YK Kim drags him through the shittiest cistern of a stream
It
for
was just a lazy river.
for yards.
just
and
fucking
then-
stagnant mud puddle, and he's just like,
Yeah.
That's how you get cholera.
And then he just like puts him ashore like he just dragged him through Vietnam.
yeah, like once they pull him ashore, you get to see the camera angle, the setting, and it's clearly on like not like a boat loading dock, but like a walk down for people. and it cuts away, and then it cuts back to YK Kim fighting someone in that exact same spot without Jim laying on the goddamn ground where he just was.
Yeah, I mean, that flub is so obvious. Not only is he not there the second time around, fucking Jim appears on the side of the bank somewhere.
Yes.
In this completely different place, and he's like, oh god, I totally forgot about you and everything.
Yeah,
LOL.
and they try to resuscitate him with vicious shaking.
Yeah, I mean, he's not a baby, it's not gonna work.
He's just like shaking the fuck out of him, trying to get him up. But Michael Phelps is there, and he gets cut on the back, and is like, yeah.
Now, we have to talk about Michael Phelps here a little bit before we get into the last fight scene. He earns the bloodlust.
Oh.
He gets the taste of blood by killing his first ninja, and then he's just off to the races, murdering at his whim.
Fucking like 7 kills. He's on his way.
To the blood nut.
To the blood nut.
Forgot about blood.
I think me and Eric are going somewhere else.
Yeah, he was almost on his 7 kill streak, man.
He would have had that chopper flying in at any fucking moment had he just whacked the next dude.
So he doesn't blood nut?
No.
I don't know how Call of Duty works. Is there...
Well, you know.
One of the injured ninjas manages to escape, and he climbs up the fucking the stairway to heaven, just some random stairway, and there sits meditating Storm Shadow. And Storm Shadow was like, "Oh look, my injured friend, decapitate the fuck out of you!"
Yeah, he just like the guy just crawls up, beating the shit and back. He's like, Sensei, please help me. He gets murdered on the spot.
By his fucking sensei, like, you failed me, kill you. Why?
I kill you.
Because you ain't good.
And then it's the final showdown, the fucking main event, folks. We're here. It's
the
time.
final
It's. Wait a minute, I can't say that. Bruce Buffer will sue my ass.
Okay.
It's that time on your watch. Fuck, that's no good.
9:56?
Yeah, it's just, you know,
It took me a second. I was like,
it's
Oh.
the main event. It's the final showdown. You got Storm Shadow versus fucking YK Kim. And this scene is one of the most fucking ridiculous things you've ever seen in your life.
it's not even a fight scene. It's just two dudes just trying to touch each other. That's all it is. It's
Yeah.
so weird.
Is that not what we're here for? Because I signed up for the gay porno.
I mean, they're swinging the sword, there's like some blocking, and then all of a sudden Storm Shadow doesn't have a sword, but it's got these two little, you know,
Yep, that
throwing
sounds like the gay
knives.
porno. Oh, okay.
He blocks the sword, cuts YK Kim, then YK Kim does something, and oh, here we go. Ex Machina, the fucking scene where he showed you how to kick a knife back into a dude's chest, he does exactly that.
But it's not anywhere near pleasant to watch. It's kind of like, awkward handoff, stab, I guess he's dead.
Yeah, you could see that he's waiting for his cue, he gets hit, he takes the next position, he gets hit, waits for his cue, then boom! Right after murder, hard cut to the hospital.
And yeah, they're just kind of like hanging out with this gentleman who's trying to be Jim's father, but it's a guy clearly the same age with a little bit of salt and pepper sprayed into
Yeah,
his
he's
hair.
definitely 30.
The same age, if not younger. This guy looks healthier
Yeah.
than Jim. It's a fucking atrocious
It doesn't
scene.
work. It doesn't work.
They roll him out in a wheelchair, and he's like, "I met my father," and then everyone's like, "Yeah, Breakfast Club style." Hard cut, fucking end of the movie.
Hard cut. I mean, I think Michael Phelps is still out there acquiring his bloodlust, but hard cut to credits.
Ladies and gentlemen, this movie was clawful.
It was...
Shia LaBeouf slow clap
We
from
got a
the
slow
audience.
cap going on.
Slow cap.
And just like that, fellas, audience,
Yeah,
All right, we got 2 of them.
woo!
it's gonna pick up here.
Just like the movie, everything has to come to an end. That was Miami
Thankfully.
Connection from 1987. I think this movie is a resounding, what the fuck?
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
That's exactly right, yeah.
This movie has no point whatsoever.
But I tell you what, I'd drink and watch it again.
Oh, the state of things.
I would drink. I don't know that I'd watch it again, but I'd drink while you guys watched it again.
Would you
Oh
stare at the
no.
ceiling?
Chandler would like to drink and watch us.
Watch it. He's just in there
Miami
like,
Connection.
yeah, just slow rubbing it out. You can't finish on a slow rub, and he's like,
If anybody's out there to see this movie or have anything on their mind, please leave a comment below. Subscribe to us, it helps us quite a bit.
Tap that bell so you know when we've got another one of these unfortunate things brewing.
Make sure you follow us on all of our different social media accounts. We got the Facebook, the Twitters, and now the Instagram. It's still kind of new, but guess what? We're probably going to get tagged in something sooner or later.
Thanks for listening.